Goodbye, YouTube. This is your girl VLA here with a review for Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. So the story starts with your Arisen meeting a pawn named Ulra. She asks for your help before setting off to a mysterious land known as Bitter Black Isle. Make sure you have a high level character because what she doesn't tell you is this place is crawling with uber strong beasts around every corner.
You are Arisen. We stand now on Bitter Black Isle, far as sea from the cove we departed. I would ask you to explore its depths.
So the new enemies are extremely powerful with a crap load of hit points. Some are mini bosses that come at random encounters, and most have attacks that can one-shot you if you aren't careful. The constant pressure and difficulty spike are a welcome improvement for those looking for a challenge. So bring plenty of wake stones because I can almost guarantee you'll die from something you didn't see coming while distracted by something fierce. Most of our complaints was the game was too easy after you leveled up enough. Now you have multiple bosses on one screen surrounded by annoying spellcasting minions. Random encounters at the worst time possible. New enemies we've never seen before. And treasure chests that want to eat you. The DLC is basically a huge dungeon full of new weapons, clothing, augments, and collectibles, and other secrets I won't spoil for you. I think it has up to 30 different rooms filled with treasure and troublesome enemies. You can easily spend 30 minutes to an hour on one fight, so there's a lot of epicness to be had. Another cool feature is the ability to upgrade your weapons past Dragon Forged. The biggest standout feature about the dungeon is that there's not one class that can handle all situations. One moment you'll wish to be a sorcerer, the next you'll wish to be an assassin. The content doesn't stop with the Bitter Black Isle either. All over Grancis you'll find little changes not found in the original version. Shop owners may have new items to sell you, and new enemies may pop up in places they weren't before. The differences in randomness of enemy types will ensure the experience doesn't get stale for your many playthroughs. A nice thing people might overlook is the rarity of jewelry. During your quest, you'll find items that can be purified into a random upgraded piece of equipment. This is a nice call for trades and even makes giving more interesting. Dark Arisen comes with all previous DLC released from the original Dragon's Dogma, and the game will also import your old save too. Dark Arisen also makes fast travel a lot easier by giving you an infinite fairy stone. No more backtracking those long escort missions.
Welcome, good Arisen. 3 days this one. A week, perhaps. A favourite game of mine, guessing the lifespan of those who enter these halls.
So far, the DLC is looking awesome. Seems like Capcom is taking cues from their fans and other games. In RPGs, more is always better. Now, on to my gripes. I don't have many, but I do have a couple. My biggest gripe is the fact that this is a standalone disc instead of DLC. We've seen numerous expansions like this from Skyrim, so it bothers me that Capcom insists on making us buy a completely new disc. Another issue that comes with this is the overwhelming need of Rift Crystals. Most things in DLC cost Rift Crystals, and unless your pawn is super popular, you'll be missing out on a lot of helpful stuff. I didn't even get all the Rift Crystals I was supposed to get because people who haven't upgraded will appear as invalid data when your pawn returns from their adventure with them. Another gripe is that some enemies were lazily programmed to be cheap instead of challenging. It seems all Capcom did was boost the damage output to insta-kill you rather than programming them to be stronger AI. Actually, my biggest issue is the fact that there aren't any separate save files allowing you to start a new game and keep the progress from your old game. The fact that that was left out will lose points in this review. So with that being said, I'm going to give Dark Arisen a solid 8 out of 10. I'm having a blast with this game. I recommend everyone buy it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay tuned to see the ending of Dark Arisen. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. This is that girl VLA signing off, and as always, tengo buen día.
Still-hearted kinsman, you have my thanks. To destroy is simpler than to create, and harder still is to see aught to fruition, to end it rightly. The infinite chain is yours, Arisen, to grant measure, to give what shape you will. And I, at last, can step beyond its span. My Grete, dearest Aura. I fancied myself a strong man. Strong enough to protect someone. Strong enough to love someone. I longed to prove it, to myself as much as any other. Longed to show that I could give aught back and not simply take. And yet, in that moment, I chose to cast it all away. Though I cursed the world, what was writ true in my soul was an apology to you and our master who fostered a soul within you.
You have not left to prove, my sweet. For I have known your love, and know it still. I have e'er wished nothing more than to share in your world, be it within the endless chain or beyond. Let us find our place together.